Good morning, dear students. I hope you all are fine at your home. So as we were moving with the chapter light and some of the topics were clearly explained to you. Okay, now I hope you are completely clear with the concept of plane mirror and with the spherical mirror. Once again, I am going to provide you a quick revision regarding spherical mirrors. As I told you, spherical mirrors are nothing. Spherical mirrors are just a part of a hollow sphere. Spherical mirrors are just a part of a hollow sphere. When a hollow sphere is cut, what do we obtain? We obtain a curved surface. The inner side of the curved surface is said to be concave surface and the outer side of the curved surface is said to be convex surface. And on this basis, spherical mirrors are also of two types, concave mirror and convex mirror. When a hollow sphere is cut, what do we obtain? We obtain the curved surfaces. The outer side of the curved surface is considered to be convex surface and the inner side is considered to be concave surface. And on this basis only, spherical mirrors are of two types, concave mirror and convex mirror. And on this basis, spherical mirrors are of two types, concave mirror and convex mirror. So let us, as we were moving with the concept of concave mirror, I taught you that concave mirror is polished from outside and has an inner surface as a reflecting surface. The concave mirror is polished from outside and has an inner surface as a reflecting surface. Even it was told to you that mirrors are always well polished. Why are they well polished? Because mirrors forms the image by the process of reflection, and the extent, the amount of reflection depends on the shininess of the mirror. Means more and more the mirror is properly shined, it will provide a proper reflection and give a proper duplicate copy, that is image, Some of the terms were also discussed with you about the spherical mirrors, like center of curvature, optical center, principal focus. I hope you all remember. Okay, so optical center. Now I'm going to just explain you again about these topics. Okay, so what is center of curvature? The center of the hollow sphere from which the mirror is made, from which the mirror is cut, is said to be center of curvature. The center of curvature is represented by point C. The center of curvature is represented by point C. The center of the mirror is said to be optical center, represented by O. The line passing through the center of curvature and optical center is considered to be principal axis. And even it was discussed with you that concave mirrors are considered to be converging mirrors. Concave mirrors are considered to be converging mirror. Why are they considered to be converging mirror? Because they converge the beam of light. That is, the lines which are raised, which are running parallel to the principal axis, after striking the mirror, after reflecting from the mirror, meets at a point, that is F. Meets at a point, and this point is considered to be focus. This point is considered to be principal focus. The center of the hollow sphere is called center of curvature. The center of the spherical mirror is said to be optical center. The line passing through the center of curvature and optical center is regarded as principal axis, and the point F is called principal focus, where the parallel rays of light after reflection meets. The point where the parallel rays of light after reflection meets is said to be principal focus. And the distance between the optical center and principal focus, the distance between O and F, the distance OF is regarded as length is regarded as focal length. These all things were even explained to you, and it is clear from the diagram that concave mirrors are regarded as converging mirrors. Why are they regarded as converging mirror? As per my previous video, because they converge the beam of light. They converge the beam of light means the rays of light which are running parallel to principal axis, after reflection meets at a point. This is called convergent beam, and concave mirror has the ability to converge the beam of light. That is why it is said to be converging mirror. Now let us see about the image formation process which takes place by the concave mirror. In order to understand the process of image formation by concave mirror, you should know that the process of image formation by concave mirror is understood or is represented in the form of ray diagrams. The concept of image formation by the mirrors is shown on the copies, on the notebooks, or even in our books in the form of ray diagrams. Okay. So, how is the image formed by a spherical mirror, or how do we represent that at which point the image is formed by a spherical mirror, that is even by a concave mirror or by a convex mirror. किसी भी spherical mirror से हम किस point पे consider करते हैं कि image बनी है? किसी भी spherical mirror से, for any spherical mirror, the image for any spherical mirror, the image formation occurs only and only when at least two reflected rays intersect at any point, meet at any point, cut at any point. For showing the image formation through a ray diagram, we need to show that at a point two reflected rays, keep it in your mind, two reflected rays should meet or cut, intersect one and each other at a point. Okay, now in this case, you should see that the object is denoted by a candle. The object is denoted by a candle, means candle is the object, and this object, candle, is kept at infinity. This is a concave mirror, this is a concave mirror, and this is an object candle. The candle is placed at infinity. What is the meaning of infinity? Infinity means the object is kept at a larger distance from the mirror. The object is kept at a larger distance from the mirror. So, when any object is kept at infinity, the rays of light which comes from the object are supposed to be parallel. The rays emerging from the object, incident rays जिन्हें हम कह सकते हैं, the rays emerging from the object are considered to be parallel. So from this candle, two incident rays are taken, which is AD and BN. These two rays are parallel to principal axis. These two rays are parallel to principal axis. When they strike on the mirror, when these rays are striking on the mirror, hitting on the mirror, these rays are bouncing back or reflecting. These rays are bouncing back or reflecting and are meeting at a point F. And are meeting at a point F. तो अब यहाँ पे दोनों rays intersect कर गई. Now here the two rays are intersecting. Meeting means it leads to the formation of image. So where is the image formed? The image is formed at focus. That is, the image is formed at point F. That is focus. In this question, the object was placed at a larger distance from the mirror. That is at infinity. When any object is placed at infinity, the rays emerging from that object, the incident rays from that object are parallel to the principal axis, which you can see one ray BN arising from the bottom of the candle and one ray AD arising from the flame of the candle. These two rays, after striking the concave mirror, are reflected back at point F. The image will be formed at point F. What will be the size of the image? The size of the image will be highly diminished. The size of the image will be highly diminished. Highly diminished means the image will be very, very smaller as compared to the object. Next, the image will be real and inverted. The image would be real and inverted. Real and inverted मतलब कि यहाँ पे रेस का एक्चुअल इंटरसेक्शन हो रहा है. जब आप कॉन्वेक्स मिरर पढ़ोगे तो आप वहाँ पे देखोगे कि रेस का वहाँ पे एक्चुअल इंटरसेक्शन नहीं होगा. When you will study about convex mirror, you will observe that the rays will not actually intersect. Actually intersect means they will not intersect by their own. We will have to extend them. I'll show you in that. Here the image formation, the image which is formed is real and inverted. The image which is formed is real and inverted. So what are the characteristics of the image formed in this case by a concave mirror? The image is real and inverted. The image is formed at point F, at focus. The image is highly diminished. Highly diminished means image is very, very small in size. Once see the video please.
The nature of the image is real, inverted and diminished. If an object AB is placed beyond the center of curvature C, the reflected rays intersect at A dash to form an image E dash B dash. This image will be formed between F and C. This reflected image is real, inverted.
Okay, so the first case which we have studied about this was that the object was placed at infinity at a very large distance. So when the object was placed at a very large distance, what were the characteristics of the image? The image formed was real, inverted, diminished. Diminished means very, very small. क्योंकि object बहुत दूर था इसीलिए उसकी image बहुत छोटी बन रही थी. Highly diminished. And what was the location of the image? Means where was the image formed? The image was formed at principal focus of the mirror. Now next case, case number 2. Case number 2, when the object is placed beyond center of curvature. Case number 2, when the object is placed beyond center of curvature. Now here the object is placed beyond center of curvature. What is center of curvature? As stated earlier, the center of this hollow sphere is called center of curvature. Again the object is same, candle is in the form of our object. When the object is placed beyond मतलब center of curvature के पीछे. When the object is placed beyond center of curvature, one of the incident ray is parallel to principal axis. One of the incident ray is parallel to principal axis. And another incident ray is passing from the center of curvature. Image formation. In order to learn the image formation, you should always learn the one thing, that from where the incident rays are passing. Okay. In case of infinity, all the incident rays were parallel to principal axis. And in case of in second case, when the object is placed beyond center of curvature, one of the incident ray is parallel to principal axis and second incident ray is passing through C, that is center of curvature. Now these two incident rays are striking the mirror. The first incident ray, that is parallel to the principal axis, again same as our first case, will bounce back through focus, will reflect back through point F, that is focus. And the ray which is passing from center of curvature is retracing its path. इस retracing its path का मतलब है कि अगर मैं ऐसे इस डायरेक्शन में चल रही हूँ तो मैं वापस उसी डायरेक्शन पे मुड़ जा रही हूँ. This is called retracing my path, following the same path. So the ray of light which is incident through center of curvature is bounced back in the same direction. Now both the reflected rays are meeting at point A dash. Both the reflected rays are meeting at point A dash. So what is the location of this point? This point is located between C and F. This point is located between point C and F. So where is the image formation taking place? The image is formed between center of curvature and principal focus. Now the rays are actually intersecting. खुद ही intersect कर रही हैं. So what will be the nature of the image? Real and inverted. And on drawing this perpendicular, you will see that the size of the image is smaller or diminished than the object. Is smaller or diminished than the object. When the object is placed beyond the center of curvature, the image formed is, characteristics of the images are real and inverted, smaller than the object, and is located, formed between center of curvature and focus. Okay? So we have studied two cases, that is when the object is placed at infinity and when the object is placed between center of curvature and focus of a concave mirror. Image formation के लिए there are some laws of the image formation, that image will be formed only when the reflected rays intersect each other. ठीक है? There are some laws. The first law is, if the incident ray is parallel to principal axis, after reflection it will pass through focus. ठीक है? And if the ray is passing incident through center of curvature, it will retrace its path. Retrace its path means it will reflect in the same direction. It will retrace its path. An image will always and always be formed when the reflected rays meet each other at any point. In case of concave mirror, the rays are actually meeting. Therefore, the image formed is real and inverted. Real and inverted का मतलब होता है कि the image real and inverted का meaning I'll be telling you in the next video, when I'll actually explain you also about the virtual and direct. Then it will be interesting to make you understand. Okay, now please go through the video very carefully. In the next video I'll be coming with the further image formation criteria. Okay, till then take care of your health and study well. Thank you, class.